Your lunch is ready.
I want to talk about how Miss Netta and Charles are captivating TikTok and captivating B-list celebrity spaces. The reason why people are interested in them is because Miss Netta and Charles' sexuality is very intriguing to people.
Hey, I'm a man.
And people do not know how it works between them. I've seen a lot of gay relationships like Miss Netta and like Charles. I feel like it's very common to have people who are more on the unattractive side and take care of people who are more attractive, meaning they do all the cooking, the cleaning, they finance their lives in some sort of way. And I feel like that's not uncommon in the gay world, and it can't be uncommon in the straight world. But there hasn't really been that many people that I know of online who have exposed this dynamic in the gay world. It's really intriguing to the masses. When I say the masses, I mean heterosexual people, because these people may have known about people like this, gay people who one is unattractive, one is more attractive. How does this work? The dynamics. They may have heard of something like that, but they haven't seen anything like that in a couple like Miss Netta and Charles, and a couple who is constantly on TikTok and is trying to go viral and trying to do this sort of influencer thing.
It basically shows like this is an act and I'm just here because she's forcing me.
So Miss Netta and Charles are intriguing because of that, because we haven't really been exposed to it, and because it is jarring to see someone who is unattractive and someone who is attractive sort of navigate the relationship on camera and in front of people and for an audience. And their content is just cringy to begin with. I'm not shitting on their content at all. Some of it is entertaining, some of it is kind of funny, but the concepts are really basic. This is how the concept was in the beginning. Miss Netta made Charles some food. He would sit down, sort of make some ooh ah, like ting tang wah wah bing bang ass noises.
Tastes good. Yeah.
And then the video would sort of end. But most of the concepts, it seems like it came from Miss Netta's cooking and the personality that Miss Netta would present on camera, and there wouldn't be a Charles and Miss Netta, especially without Miss Netta. But that leads me to the second reason why people watch their videos. They believe that Charles is the prize in this situation, and they're trying to understand why and how the fuck Miss Netta is with someone like Charles.
I've seen people talk about the hair bumps and makeup, and you putting makeup on top of hair bumps.
Someone who seems to be a good man. Hate that he's referenced so much as a good man, because what technically is a good man nowadays? I mean, regardless, Charles is seen as a good man, and they don't know why someone like Miss Netta would be with a good man. But once again, they are judging her based off of the way that she looks. So there is that sort of weird element to it, and it doesn't really feel well when you're watching a wholesome video of them. They seem to be I'm going to put seem in quotations. I'll definitely come back to that in a minute, but they seem to be sort of a happy, healthy couple. And it's just weird to me scrolling down in the comments, and you see that people are not rooting for them, and people are trying to come up with the reasons why Charles is with her and why Miss Netta has pulled a Charles who is a good man. But let's talk about their happy, healthy relationship. Let's talk about Charles. Charles has been talking more on camera. He's been talking more on lives. And people are starting to notice that Charles actually is anti-feminist, misogynistic. He has some really weird opinions when it comes to relationships and marriages.
Most y'all women don't know shit about unconditional love unless it's your children or puppies or kittens. Get what I mean? You fail to realize a man can only be loved on the conditions that he brings. And here's the thing, most of y'all modern women, y'all don't bring value to a man's life no more. Y'all feel the need to be these independent boss babes, but y'all don't bring shit to a man that actually have it all. Like,
he definitely has some very dated Southern views, but it's not shocking nor surprising to me.
Modern women, they want to be modern, but at the same time be a housewife. You can't do that. You can't. You gotta pick one. You can't sit here and say you want to be married, but then you sit here and say you're a modern woman. You can't be modern and married at the same time. You can't. You gotta pick one.
There does seem to be something there mentally with Charles, no shade at all, but there does seem to be something there mentally. You can see in videos and in interviews, he does ramble on with seemingly no point in sight. There doesn't really seem to be a lot of dots connecting sometimes whenever he is talking.
You can't sit here and say you want to be a wife, but at the same time, you sitting here doing all this extra stuff, working and not doing this and that for your man and whatnot, and trying to make it about yourself.
So basically,
You just feel like something is amiss, like something is awry, if that makes sense. It does seem like something is off. There is this sort of mental gymnastics that you have to do when you're listening to him sort of ramble on for a little bit. And you can see in interviews and in videos, Miss Netta will put her hand on his lap or on his thigh, and she'll sort of rub him a little bit. And I feel like that's a power dynamic sort of thing, just a reminder that we're in this together, that you have sort of a script to stick to. And these are things that people have started to pick up on more and more in their videos. People are trying to figure out how the dynamic works, especially when Charles is the way that he is and Miss Netta is the way that she is. I don't believe Charles is the prize in this situation, but people still think that, and they are thinking that right now. Go to their comment section and you can see that people are trying to figure out how the fuck Miss Netta is with Charles. So with Charles and Miss Netta, it is a thing that has worked since I feel like the beginning of the internet, and it will forever work until the end of the internet, where you get someone who is less attractive, who is with someone more attractive. They're trying to figure out the psychology behind it. They're trying to figure out how it works off camera, and they're speculating as to why that person is with that other person. So let me know down in the comments below your theories, why you believe Miss Netta and Charles's content is kind of addicting in a way, and how it works for social media. I want to know how you feel about it, and are you a fan of theirs? Maybe I've completely misjudged them. This is a completely different style of video than I'm used to, but I hope you somewhat enjoyed it and somewhat liked it. Definitely leave a like if you did, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Let me know if there are any other topics that you would like for me to cover, and I gotta go to bed. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.